to type questions, number one, during the call. But number two, I just want to know where everybody is from. I'm super curious if everybody is from Georgia or if they're from other places. It's thundering so loud right now. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, Atlanta, Marietta, Atlanta, Alabama. Wow, awesome. Ackworth, Indiana, SoFo. Cool. Living in New York City. Oh my gosh, I would totally live in New York City. Austin would never. He's too country for that. Atlanta, awesome. Oh my gosh, so cool. Cool. Okay, so now you guys know, soon to be Athens. I'm jealous. I would totally live in Athens too. So you know where the chat box is. Type some questions in there as we're going, and I will answer as many as I can, but I want to honor everybody's time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and share my beautiful slides that I'm so excited about. So welcome to the Live Fully call. So I know a lot of you may know why it's called that or what it's all about, but for me, living fully is just feeling amazing. I don't know how many times that I've been asked to go to the lake or to the beach or to a get together or out to dinner, and I just don't want to go because I feel terrible. I don't feel good about myself. I feel, lethargic and bloated and unhappy. I'm trying to see if I can make my slides full screen. I don't think that I can. And I just don't feel good, right? And so my heart and my goal is to help other women feel good so that they can live their life, right? A lot of you probably know me from Instagram, the good old IG, but if someone else sent you to my Instagram and you're like, who is this chick? My name is Macy. I am a wellness coach for women. I've been a coach for about 2 years now. Not much to know other than I'm a wife to Austin. I'm a dog mom to Cookie. And like I said, I am a believer in feeling good and helping others feel good. My heart and my passion, I'm banging the table because I'm so passionate about it, is to teach women how to live a healthy life, especially women. And because this is why. The saying happy wife, happy life is such a real thing. Austin jokes all the time. He's like, I'm going to get that tattooed like on my arm because he's experienced it so much. Like if I'm not happy, if I'm not feeling good about myself, if I'm not taking care of myself, everyone else is miserable. We just set the mood, we create the vibe and the energy of the house. If you are not taking care of yourself, you don't feel good. I know you don't. I've experienced it so many times, and that can just spill over to the rest of the family and to the rest of the house. And I have said this so many times that women are the leaders of the family. Okay, I don't care what anyone says, but people follow us. Our families follow us. And I know that when you change a mom and you change a wife, you change an entire family. And I know this because, sorry, let me make sure everybody is muted. I'm hearing crazy things. And I believe this because when you learn how to eat, when the woman learns how to eat, when the mom and the wife, everybody learns, right? You're, for the most part, okay, everyone's different, but for the most part, we're kind of in charge of the grocery list. We go to the grocery store, we, make the meals, we do all the things. And I really feel like that our husbands and our kids, they gravitate to those foods. And so it's so important that the woman can learn so that they can teach the whole family. I have one of my sweet friends on here telling me that I need to make this full screen. Press third link. I'm not really sure how to do that. I'm so sorry. Can y'all see okay? Jump in the chat box and make sure that you can see okay. I don't want to keep going if this isn't working. Yes, okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to close. Okay, great. So here's some examples. These are some examples of my clients that are proving that their husbands are actually jumping on board, okay? This girl took a picture of her husband. He's checking labels, nutrition labels. She said that she has never told him to do that. He's just been watching her, right? She's quietly living her life, making those health deposits into her bank so that she can create an awesome lifestyle. He may be checking the label of a Mountain Dew, and I'm not going to go there, but the fact that he's even checking a label is a huge deal. This girl said that she has more energy, she's feeling lighter, and she's feeling stronger, and what I think the best part is that her daughter is copying her workouts. When her daughter is around, she's doing what her workouts, right? And she loves that she's watching her take care of herself. Her husband is 100% on board. And I can guarantee you that if she hadn't started it, he would not have started it either. This is a very personal text. This is actually from my cousin. I hope it's okay that I'm talking about this. But Jude is my little cousin. I love him so much. He's adopted from Ethiopia. We keep him a lot, or especially when we were in high school. And he really struggles with certain foods. Like when he came from Africa, all he wanted was chocolate chips and pumpkin bread. That's literally the two things he would eat back and forth, back and forth. So the text that she sent me, she had just done the 5-day glimpse program, and she said, Macy, Jude is now eating eggs for breakfast instead of cereal. Richard is her husband, and he is also sticking with it. And let me tell you, Richard is a foodie. He's the first one that showed me eggs and bacon grease when I was like 8 years old, and I couldn't believe that he was doing that. This particular girl and her husband, she started waking up at 6 a.m. to work out, and her husband jumped on board. I just think that's so cool. He started waking up early. They even created a time to have a power meeting to change their lifestyle. This is cool because this particular girl got a meal in the line. She's a nurse in the hospital, and her coworkers started to get what she was getting. She's influencing her coworkers. I just think that is so cool. And this girl, her daughter is starting to eat more foods just by watching her. I just love that. And this is probably one of my favorite ones because this girl, her name is Haley, her and her boyfriend, she said that she feels like they've been zombies for the last 4 years because they've never made sleep a priority. And what I love about all these programs is that it's so much about a non-scale victory, right? So they're making it a priority to go to bed early so that they can wake up early, and they're prioritizing that time together. And I just think it's so awesome. So walking through what this call is going to look like, I'm going to share a little bit about my story. Most of you probably know there's some parts I don't share on Instagram, but I feel like the people who are on here, y'all are like my people, right? You're like my supporters. And so I feel really comfortable opening up even more a little bit about my family. I'm going to talk about the 80-day program. That's a program that Callie is doing. Everyone's like, what is she doing? She looks so good. The Magical Mindset program. And then I'm going to talk about a couple of bonuses that I'm going to throw in just for all of you. So it's going to be awesome. So Loy, as you know, he is my dad, and he is just everything and more. He is super wise, and every time he says anything, I like hold on to his words. If you follow my Instagram, you know. If you don't, go to Loy's lessons on my highlight reel and you'll see what I'm talking about. In high school, he had a really bad health scare. He was rushed to the hospital. They thought he was having a heart attack. Later on, we found out it was some genetic blockage, but it was super scary. And the doctors were prescribing him medicines that could potentially cause Alzheimer's and dementia. Those were the side effects. And that already runs in his family. And it's like, why on earth would we put him on that to just, accelerate that possibility? So as he was about to leave the hospital, he said, hey, listen, I know you're prescribing me all this medication, but I really want to try and do this on my own. I want to cure myself on my own. And everyone was like, no, you really need to be on this medication. Your life depends on it. And he said, give me 1 year. Give me 1 year. And they said, okay, we'll give you 1 year. So he came home, and every single one of us, my sister, my mom, and me, it was a team effort to get him healthy, right? We were not sitting there eating cake and cookies while he was eating carrots. Like, we all were eating carrots. We got rid of anything processed. And remember, we were healthy, right? We were having like reduced fat wheat thins and, packaged things and protein bars and all of that. So we felt like we were healthy, but this was a different level. But what was so amazing to me was just the camaraderie that we had together. It was like we were a team to get Loy better. And a year later, he went back to the doctor and he completely cured himself. Like, I watched it with my own two eyes that he is not on any medication because of just changing his diet. And I know for me, and maybe you can relate to this, but the hardest thing for me is food. Like, I love food, okay? But I also thought, I was eating bars and Coke Zeros and crackers and all of that, but I was also eating too much. I love to exercise. I always have. I'm very competitive and athletic, and I chase the sweat, right? I chase the grind, and I just love it. But I also love like healthy food and healthy junk food. I find myself kind of, seeing, like, going through all of that with Loy, but over time in college, you go to college, you know what I mean? And you have cereal for dinner and you just kind of creep into those bad habits a little bit. And I would find myself always working off what I ate the day before, or like just having cereal at night because I wanted to be right under that, right at that calorie deficit. I wasn't eating to fuel my body. And everything changed when I got married to Austin. He's way too good for me. You guys don't even understand what an amazing guy he is. And going through that situation and that experience with Loy, the minute I got married, I felt this overwhelming responsibility to do what my mom had done for my dad, to just almost like manage him. He is a sweetheart, but he's also a country boy, okay? And he loves fried okra and he loves cookies and he loves red velvet cake. But I had to kind of shift my mindset. Like, I couldn't eat what he ate, first of all. Second of all, I can't have cereal for dinner because he can't have cereal for dinner. Like, he needs more than that, right? And I also, remember how I said I love to exercise? Well, I mean, it wouldn't be strange for me to like lift weights in the morning and run in the afternoon. And I really was trying to find a healthy balance to where exercise wasn't my life. It was a part of my life. And so I was trying to find this like new healthy lifestyle, and I was really struggling with that. Sorry. I really wasn't living fully. Like, I don't know, maybe some of you girls can, married, not married, newly married, whatever, but I felt like that I'd gained some weight after I got married. Like, who doesn't, you know what I mean? And I just was not feeling good about myself. Of course, he was like, "You're so beautiful, da, da, da." But you just relax a little bit. And we started to get all these couple friends, and I didn't really want to go anywhere. I would get out of the shower and I'd like wrap myself up in robes and towels and like run to the closet to change. I was just not living. I wasn't feeling good. And I hated it, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I found something called Beachbody, and I don't know if you know what the workouts are when it comes to Beachbody, but it's essentially like the Netflix of workouts, okay? And it has so many different, like thousands of workouts, okay? And I needed something quick. I needed a new lifestyle, and this kind of came into my lap, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you haven't, but let me talk a little bit about it. First of all, it's a huge company and a huge corporation that allows me to give you the tools, amazing proven tools, so that I can do what I love. Literally everything is already done for you. If you've already heard of it, which you probably have, but if you haven't, most people that know about it tend to be a little bit skeptical. And hear me when I say, if I could retweet your thoughts, I would retweet them a million times because I was so skeptical. But listen to me. I'm going to tell you why you need to use these programs. They are the most incredible programs I have ever seen. And I say this because I love using Beachbody for my business because, like I said, it's already done for me. And I get to do what I love, which is to lead, to uplift, to encourage, and to change women's lives. It would take me decades to create something like this, okay? The huge corporation part, what that means to you is that they can actually fund things and hire people to create amazing programs. Doctors for supplements that are the best in the biz, nutritionists for the most amazing meal plans that we all use and love and get results from, and trainers that have the workouts totally done for you. And like I said, like for me to create something like this, I would have to go back to school. I'd have to get started. It just wouldn't be possible. And so to have such an incredible tool like Beachbody to use and to take advantage of, I'm so thankful for. People can be skeptical of the business model as well, but there is no denying business model, not business model, whatever, put that to the side. That's not what this call is about. This call is about the programs that have been proven over and over and over and over again. It's changed my life. It's changed thousands of other people's lives, hundreds of my clients' life. It's proven over and over again. I'm going to show you a couple of examples right here. So this girl, her name is Anna. She has 3 tiny kids, okay? And she breastfed her kid the whole time that she was doing this program. And look at her. She looks amazing. This particular girl had, in 2 weeks, lost 5 total inches. Mary Alice right here, she is, oh my gosh, I just love her. She's in her 40s and she suffers from a thyroid disease. And she's actually married into her family, and she actually also married into the family. So we're like kind of related, but you know, through marriage. And we would sit there in holidays and Christmas, and I feel like she felt like before all this, she almost felt like she was doomed. Like there was no hope for her. It is what it is. She was going to be overweight. She was going to be lethargic. She was going to be tired, and she was going to suffer from thyroid disease. And here she is, lost 40 pounds. She looks amazing. This girl is wearing pants that are 2 sizes smaller than usual. I mean, can you imagine buying 2 sizes smaller? How exciting would that feel? This is Christina. She has incredible progress just from a couple of weeks. Really, I think that's when that picture was taken. This is probably my favorite message I've ever gotten, because while, yes, I love that people are losing weight and shedding inches and looking good and feeling good, the most important part to me is healing your body from the inside out, using foods, not a pill, to truly change your life. I got this text and she said that she has no more migraines. And I know this girl in particular, she suffered from like a migraine a month. And you know, migraines can knock you out for like days, and she's just in the dark sleeping for days of her life. So no more migraines, no more nausea and indigestion, no more chronic sinus drainage, no more sleepless nights, and just a general sense of well-being. Like her mind, body, and spirit are in harmony. Like, to me, the body that you get is just like the bonus. It's the extra. It's the yay, like you look good. But the most important part is to focus on the improvement of your all around quality of life. This is Catherine. She's a teacher and just totally crushed it. This was her halfway through, I believe, a 80-day program. This particular girl, I think this is Laura. She was just in 30 days in and had lost 10.6 pounds. And what that means to me and to you is that weight is going to stay off. When you lose that like 10 pounds in 30 days, that's a gradual weight loss. That means it's a consistent weight loss. This is sweet Sarah. She just wanted to tone up and she just looks incredible. This is another awesome message. What I love is that she has energy, she has confidence, she has mental clarity, and overall health. I scratched out her before and after pictures for no other reason that the most important part was that she had energy and confidence and mental clarity. Like, who doesn't want more of that? This particular girl is 60 years old. So if you're on this call and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm too old. No, you're not. Okay? No, you are not. This program has changed this girl's entire outlook on life. And that may sound dramatic, and I don't like to exaggerate things, but genuinely I can say that this has changed my entire outlook on life as well. These are some pictures of me. I take progress pics, but I do not post them on the gram, okay? I like to keep that locked and loaded in my private virtual wellness studio that I share. We have kind of like a safe place, you know what I mean, where we just post our progress pics for accountability. But you know, I'm a married lady. I'm not trying to show all the goods. So this was me towards the end of the 80-day program. This little oblique right here, I was like shook. I hadn't seen that since I was like 13 years old. I couldn't believe it was there. I was so excited. You kind of just get in a habit. Like this was in my old house, but I would just, you know, wake up, go downstairs, start to make my coffee, and take a progress pic. So it's good to take pictures, and we'll talk about that as you sign up. Less bloated. I don't know how many times you guys, how much y'all suffer with bloating, but I definitely used to all the time. This is probably my favorite before and after. This is my friend Alex. And what I really love about her story is that we sat down, and she also suffers from thyroid issues. And she would just look at me and be like, Macy, I'm working out, I'm running, I'm doing awesome leg sessions, I'm sweating, I'm sitting in the sauna, and nothing is working. And do you want to know what changed? Her diet and her intake of superfoods. Those are the two things that changed for her. And she just like, I love her two faces in these pictures. She just looks so vibrant and happy in the after pic. So I just love that. She only ate perfectly for 4 days, and she's already feeling energized, not crashing at 3 o'clock, more focused on work. And she quote says, I definitely underestimated the eating part. So there are two programs we're going to talk about, and Beachbody has a ton, but there are two that I am genuinely enthusiastic about and like 100% believe. I believe in all of them, but these two in particular are absolutely incredible. And I just want you to know that you're probably sitting here and you're like, I love my workout routine. I already do this. I already do that. Do I have to work out from home? The answer is no. My virtual wellness studio girls are doing a ton of different things. I love to go to the gym. They're doing CrossFit and Orange Theory and Pure Barre and all of the things, but they do have one thing in common. And that is that they're using Shakeology. And maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Again, some people can be really skeptical about this. Retweet a million times. I was too. But I'm going to tell you my story of when I started to believe in it. Look at that cute pic of me and Loy. I just love that guy. So you heard Loy's story. He got really, kind of had a big scare. We all got scared. So he spent a lot of time after that, and still does, studying health. Okay, I would come down at night in high school to get some water, and he'd be sitting on the couch reading a book about wheat, or he's learning about a superfood or probiotic. He's just constantly listening to something when it comes to health, because he is on fire to be the healthiest he can be for us. And so I started incorporating Beachbody because I just needed like a 30-minute workout to do in the morning and to move on. I was working full time. I was trying to start a business. I was newly married. I needed something quick. And, through Beachbody, they're talking about, oh, you need to drink Shakeology. It's so good. It didn't. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go all in. Like, I'm just going to try it and figure it out. I didn't have a why behind drinking Shakeology. And I think that was really missing for me. And so I came home one weekend to hang out with my parents. Austin went hunting, and I brought Shakeology, and I was drinking it, and Lloyd kind of looked at it, and he's like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's like a superfood drink. I don't know. I've just been drinking it. I'm trying it out. And he looked at the back, and he's looking at the ingredients, and he's like, Macy, he's like, I'm taking every one of these ingredients separately and literally spending $1,000 a month on these superfoods, because this is what I read about. This is what I'm studying. This is what my body needs. Where do I get it? How can I get it? Where did you buy it? Send it to me. I need to stock up. And anything Lloyd says, I'm like, stick to it like it's gold. And at that point I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff is the real deal. And so from that point, I did my own research on Shakeology, and I said, okay, what is important about it for me? Like, I need a why behind it. And there are a ton of different benefits of Shakeology, a ton. But there are 5 that were really important for me that I was like, okay, do I want to eat Chick-fil-A, go through the drive-thru and get a $12 salad, or have my shake? honestly, I want the Chick-fil-A salad, but what's my why behind drinking Shakeology? So here are my 5 points, okay? Number 1, and I'm gonna go through these quickly, it's not a protein drink. There are so many times that someone is like, hey, I'm gonna like switch out my protein for Shakeology. Is that okay? And I'm like, no, it's not okay. We're not protein deficient, okay? We are nutrient deficient. That is an issue for #America. Our food is just nutrient deprived. It's really sad. It's really awful. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, but replace it as much as we can. Second thing is that it's soy-free and chemical-free. Hopefully you know that soy is something that we as women really need to stay away from as much as possible. It can increase the possibility of getting breast cancer. So I cut it out from my diet completely. Chemical-free also means artificial sweetener-free. So I don't know if you know this, but soy is a super cheap, genetically modified filler that can just be thrown in products very easily. So let's say you go to Costco, you see this big old bag of protein and you're like, yeah, I got my protein for the whole year and it's only $40. Well, look on the back because I can guarantee you it's full of soy fillers. And also for artificial sweeteners, for me, I need to stay away from that because of my gut health, number 1, and number 2, the crash that I can get. I've not seen one product yet that does not have both soy or artificial sweeteners. They usually have at least one or the other. You know, a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, I love this shake. It tastes like birthday cake. And I'm like, yeah, it tastes like birthday cake. It's full of chemicals, right? Like, and that's what's going to get you that super high, and then that's what's going to make you crash as well. So that's why we like to keep the artificial sweeteners low, right? The third thing is that it's not a weight loss shake. A huge example that I like to give, like Austin, he looks great. He's super fit. He's cut. He's whatever. But guess what? That does not mean he's healthy. He was eating Zaxby's and Dairy Queen on the reg, cookies every single night when I met him. Just because you're skinny or you look a certain way does not mean that you're healthy. So the point of this is not to lose weight. The point is to fuel your body well. The pre and probiotics are second to none. There are a ton of different probiotics. It can be super confusing. The refrigerated ones, the not refrigerated ones, you know, how many strands and this and that. This just takes all the guesswork out of it for me. I'm like, my prebiotics are in my Shakeology, and it's good for the gut. Just trust me when I say that. And finally, this is my favorite one. It's going to end the diet cycle. Maybe you know what the diet cycle is. I'm sure we've all experienced it. You start a diet on Monday. You're feeling really good on Tuesday. Wednesday, you're starting to feel a little tired. Thursday, you're getting a little hangry. You're getting a little irritable. You're kind of over it. And then Friday, you say screw it and you go get some pizza. The whole weekend, you binge. Sunday is like the national get back on track day. And then you start again on Monday, right? That's the diet cycle. So do you know why you feel those things in the middle of your week, of your diet? It's because when you restrict calories, you're also restricting nutrients. And when those nutrients are being pulled away, what happens is your body starts to react. It starts to react in exhaustion and irritability, and you start to feel hangry and you're just over it. But what Shakeology is going to do for you is you are going to replace those nutrients that you're not getting. And so it keeps you stable. It keeps you feeling good. It keeps you really happy. And that's what has been so huge for me, is that I'm not like, oh my gosh, I would do anything for just one piece of chocolate. Like, I don't feel like I need it. And the only thing that has really changed my life is the meal plan and Shakeology. So let's go over the 80-day program, and then we'll go to the magical mindset. So the first one is 80-day, and I'm going to give the big overview, the 10,000 foot view, okay? So it's 13 weeks long. There's 80 workouts, 80 different workouts. There's a specific meal plan, okay? So you are going to type in some stats about you, some information about you, and then it will calculate and help you understand exactly what your meal plan needs to be. There are supplements that are kind of included, and it's also going to, like, the goal really is to build muscle and to lean out. The things when it comes to meal plan, First, you're going to get these portion control containers. I don't know if you have been following me since when I was doing the 80-day program, but I use these, like I've been using these for 2 years straight, and I love them. The current meal plan I'm doing does not require these, and it's super hard for me, but I find that my portions are pretty on point just because I've used these for so long. And each color represents a different food group. So protein, vegetables, carbs, you get the hang of it. So it comes with your food portions containers. It's a timed nutrition meal plan, which is just a really fancy way of saying you eat every couple hours. But what's really cool about this is that it's very specific in that you have like a red, a protein, a carb, and a green, a vegetable at a certain time before your workout so that your workouts are fueled. And then in a couple hours later, you have something very similar to, recover really well. And then later on in the day, you'll have maybe a fruit to replace some sugars that you need. So it's very specific and timed. It sounds difficult. It's not. I really promise. Whenever I explain this, I feel like people are like, what? But you just do it for 3 days. That's all it takes. It takes 3 days, and you've got it, and you've got it forever. You're going to get 5 meals during the day. 5. And like I said, it's specifically calculated based off your personal goals. So if you want to lose weight, if you want to maintain, if you want to build muscle, depending on your weight, your activity level, all of that, it's like very, very scientific. So you don't want to like undereat and you don't want to overeat. You want to eat what is allotted to you. When you think about eating, if you're like, well, what kind of foods does it look like? It's so basic and it's so simple. It's not a bunch of like recipes and like casseroles and fancy things. It's like, hey, we are keeping it simple over here. So that's kind of something you need to consider and think about. Also, so the program writes out no cheats, like no cheats at all for 80 days. And I'm not going to sit here and babysit you and watch everything that you do. You can decide how serious you would like to take it. But all I'm going to say is that you are not really going to know what your results could have been if you just don't do it 100%, right? My results were unreal, and I know it's because I was 100% the whole time, and I felt really good. Sometimes my timing was off, and sometimes I had to eat a couple extra vegetables or whatever because I was just starving, and I'm not about depriving myself, no way. For the most part, I really did a great job, and there's something really confidence building that you can walk away and be like, yeah, I did that. It's really awesome. The workouts, so it's 80 different workouts. It comes with bands, sliders, and on-demand workouts. So I said Beachbody On Demand, which is like the Netflix of workouts. Not only are you getting the 80-day program, but you're getting everything they have to offer, which is like stupid. I can't believe they give that away. It's crazy. The workouts are challenging, but they're also buildable. So you may begin and you're like holding a plank and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even hold this for 5 seconds. But give it a couple of weeks, I can promise you that you're going to hold it a lot longer. So yes, they are hard. They are hard. If you are a beginner, I think you can do it. It is hard, but over time, it gets easier. And it's an actual plan. So I think there's a lot of value in being like, day 1, done. Day 2, done. And coming to the end of something and being like, I completed it. There's something about, like I said, finishing something that it just brings so much confidence that you were able to prove to yourself that you did it. So there's something to think about in that. When it comes to the results part of it, you are going to look the best you've ever looked, okay? Like if you are trying to work up towards something, this is the program to do. At the end of it, I was like, can someone please take me to the beach so I can put on a bikini because I look amazing. The value of the knowledge that you gain from this, like I'm so thankful for this program because I can pull up the file in my brain of how to use these correctly anytime. I will always know what my body needs, when it needs. It's ingrained in my brain. I feel like I'm an expert at it, and I'm so thankful for that. There is actually no scale. You're not going to weigh yourself at all in this program. I'm going to show you why right here. This is a lovely gal who started the 80-day program at 275 pounds. At the end of 13 weeks, she was 271 pounds. There's a 4-pound difference right here, but she's lost a total of 29 inches. Does that not blow your mind like it blows my mind? I'm like, wait, what? But it makes sense because, first of all, everyone is different. Some people put on a couple pounds doing it, but they look in the mirror, their inches are gone, and they look really cut. You're changing your body composition here. You're not, cutting a bunch of calories. You're fueling your body and you're building muscle. So you're really going to sculpt your body in a totally different way. I just think that is like the coolest thing ever. So for supplements for the 80-day program, the first 2 are an optional. So Energize is my pre-workout. It's amazing. It's 100 milligrams of caffeine. What is all this red? Oh my gosh, I don't know why that's happening. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, it's 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is 1 cup of coffee. And it just like gives you this overwhelming rush of like, yeah, I'm going to crush this. I drink it to clean my house. I drink it to get work done. I drink it pretty often. It's plant-based. It's really amazing. And then your post-workout is recover. And the reason I love this is because it's protein, but it also has glutamine and BCAAs. And if you don't know what those are, they're super important for muscle recovery. And the way I like to imagine it is, let's say your muscle is a wall, okay? And someone punches a hole in the wall. Either that wall is going to get fixed or it's going to stay the same. That happens to your muscles. Like when you work out, they are being torn apart and they need to be repaired. And if they are not repaired, then they're going to stay the same. So maybe you see a girl at the gym, you see her there all the time. She works out all the time. She's working, but like she looks the same. Number 1, she's not fueling her body right. Number 2, she's not using proper supplements to recover well. So that's why those are really important. They're definitely not like necessary, but they give you a better experience and a better result, in my opinion. And then there's Shakeology, which is the non-negotiable. When it comes to my experience of the 80-day program, I don't know what other word to say, but life-changing. It has been life-changing to me. I get a lot of comments on my upper body, like on my Instagram stories. Everyone's like, oh, you look like you like kick some butt, or your arms are goals, and da-da-da. And what people don't know, because people started picking up to following me after I was done. What people with the 80-day program, people don't know is that my arms were not like this until I did the 80-day program. So I've always gone to the gym, lifted weights and whatever, but I have never done workouts that require me the way the 80-day program does. Planking, push-ups, doing shoulder stuff like this, like bear crawls, all of that is what developed my upper body, and I have never, ever done anything like that before. So it is going to shift you and shift the way that you do things in a totally different way. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, done with the 80-day program. Skirt. Pause. We're moving on to the magical mindset. But what it's really called, I call it the magical mindset because I've really been enjoying it. It's called the 2B mindset. So big picture here, okay? You're going to eat the food that's way more lenient. Like it's like almost mind-blowing how lenient it is. Eat the foods that you love and feel satisfied after every meal. It's proven strategies to help conquer like cravings and survive everyday food temptations. The right foods to eat at the right times to help maximize your energy and weight loss. Again, it's kind of like once you learn it, you can always pull it back with you whenever you need it. It's going to help you keep weight off. If you struggle with emotional eating, which, hello, who hasn't? This is definitely something for you. Also, mindless eating. I think the 80-day program really helps with mindless eating as well. You're not going to punish yourself for the foods that you love, and you are going to free yourself from depriving yourself from foods. Like literally, if you want something, you can eat it. It's crazy. And then, like I said, love your body, love your life, and lose weight and enjoy the foods that you love. It's not like there's a time frame. It's a method, right? 80-day obsession, the actual meal plan can be used long-term. I've used it from January up until this point. So I've been using it long-term, way more than 80 days, but this is ongoing and you just kind of use it as you please. It's more of an intuitive eating guideline. There aren't certain portions, so you're not using a portion control container. There's a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and an optional snack. So I have a lot of nurses who work like 12-hour shifts, and they're like, hey, it's really hard to like break away and eat at a certain time. And I totally get that. So that's a similar situation that you're in. This could be an awesome option. It allows treats, which is just like super relieving almost. I'm like, oh, if I want that, I can have it. And I actually don't even want it usually, but just the fact that I could have it, just something in your brain, and you're like, oh, that's pretty nice. It actually encourages you to be really innovative and creative with your recipes, something that I struggle with. So I've kind of been practicing with that. And like I said, it's a general mindset rather than a plan. Okay. I don't know if people really can understand the difference. It's just a way of thinking. And then the 80-day program is like, at this time I have this, at this time I work out, at this time I have this. It's very much so an outline and a plan for your life, really. The workouts, there are none. So they are extra credit. So like, obviously, I would never sit here and encourage someone to not exercise, but I totally understand if you are incapable of exercising, if you are just like, you're just not comfortable, maybe you just want to lose a little bit of weight before you can start to move and be comfortable with it. Maybe you've had surgery, whatever that looks like, this would be an awesome option for you. But if you can exercise, I'm going to encourage you to exercise and help you find a workout that works well with this To-Be mindset. The final product that you're going to get out of this, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to be in a mental place that is just totally different. You're going to be able to eat intuitively like you've never been able to before. You have a completely new way of thinking, and it'll be long lasting. It's just a long-term tool, a great mindset for social events. So like Thanksgiving is an all-day affair. It teaches you how to handle things like that. And you're actually going to use the scale every single morning you wake up and you weigh yourself. And it's actually been really interesting to me. So the things that I've gotten from this is mental clarity, and I feel like some food freedom. Like I go in the grocery store and I'm like, oh, I can buy like anything I want, really. I mean, I don't buy like processed stuff, but if I wanted to buy like some nuts that I don't usually have, I can buy those and it's no big deal. But what's been really cool for me, so you track everything. And this is the tracker right here. And you weigh yourself every morning and you write down what your weight is. And it's not in an obsessive way at all. It's more of like, oh, yesterday I only had 4 of these, and I actually weigh 2.2 pounds heavier today. Not that that matters at all, but it's like, oh, the more water that I drink, I'm actually going to weigh less. So it's just a reminder, and it teaches you like, okay, I know what my body needs to have like a weight loss day, if that makes sense. The extras that it comes with, so there's no supplements that are like required other than Shakeology. I think that is foundational for everyone. If I love somebody, they are drinking Shakeology because I believe in it that much. It is so important. You're going to get mindset videos. So the 80-day program, it is kind of laid out, and I walk you through it. We kind of walk through all the paper. I mean, there's different documents to go through. It's definitely going to take a season to almost study it. The way you train for the To-Be mindset is their videos. So what I do, or what I did, I got in the bathtub and I set my computer up and I just went through and kind of like binge watched. It's basically the length, all of them combined are probably 30 minutes. So it's like the length of a Netflix episode. So you get your tracker to track everything, how you're feeling. You track your workouts, you track what you did for yourself today, your hours of sleep, the time that you ate, all of that. And also you're getting a water bottle for accurate calculations. Guys, I'm so picky about water bottles, and this has been my favorite one in a long time. I'm like totally shocked. It fits in my car cup holder perfectly, which has been a struggle for me. So which one is for you? You're like, okay, they both sound great. Like, I don't know which one to pick. So if you don't understand portion control, if you are sitting here and you're like, I don't know what to put on my plate or how much to put on my plate. Don't know what your body needs. Don't know when to eat to make you feel good and stable. You want a proven program that has been proven time and time and time again. If you're ready to get really serious and just like totally crush it, and you want easily accessible, incredible workouts to build muscle. Also, if you're only doing one form of exercise, if you are only running, if you are only doing yoga, if you are only walking, like if those are the only things that you're doing nothing else, you need these workouts. Even for me, who was changing it up, like Stairmaster in the weight section, it still was so challenging for me. So if you're sitting and you're like, I'm only a runner and that's all I want to do, you need this. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you need it. You should consider the 80-day program. If you struggle with emotional eating, if you feel like you have a negative relationship with food, which I feel like I've totally broken free from, which is just amazing. If you don't want to or you can't work out, or if you already have a workout routine and a regimen that you love, if you're like, oh my gosh, I love going to Pure Barre and then Orange Theory and then I like to hit a class. Not everybody can do that, right? So everyone's in different seasons of life. This could be an option for you for sure. If you want to completely change your mindset, learn the basics of fueling your body well, or if you feel like you have a lot of weight to lose, I think that the 2B mindset is something that you should consider. Let's talk pricing. Everybody wants to know pricing all the time, but I hate just like giving a price without you understanding the incredible value. Like, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So this is the 80-day basic package. There are 2 packages that I'm kind of offering. This comes with Shakeology, sliders and bands, portion control containers, annual all access to Beachbody On Demand. Okay, so to every single workout for the entire year, access to me, my virtual wellness studio, which is basically a Facebook group, amazing community of women who are encouraging each other and lifting each other up, and personal development. And that is going to be $180. Like, stupid cheap. You could change your life for $180. It's like, why wouldn't you do this? And then there's a recommended package that I personally heavily, extremely recommend. And it's basically everything that I just said, plus the pre and post workout supplements. And that's going to be $240. So that's kind of the 80-day program right there. For 2B Mindset, what it includes is Shakeology, access to me, my virtual wellness studio, trainings, accessories, all of that. It's usually $180 for all of this, but there's a sale right now for $160. And then the deluxe package is the same exact thing as the basics, but you also get Beachbody On Demand. So that's just like a tool to have. Usually $220, but it's on sale for $200. So why is it nice to have Beachbody On Demand, even if you don't regularly use it? Options, okay? Let me tell you, there are so many times that I just like can't make it to the gym. Like I just have so much going on. I just can only get a 20-minute workout in, and I need to pull up my computer and I just need to choose something. I need to not think about it. I need to just have options, right? If you are doing like, if you're only working out 3 times a week, you need Beachbody On Demand, because you need to have something that you can do at home really, really quickly that's just moving. And I'm not saying you need to get in an hour workout every single day. I'm saying you need to do something, even if it's a 15-minute yoga flow. Like it's just more for your mind to get in a mental place of moving consistently. And that is why you need Beachbody On Demand, so that you have the option to be able to do that. If you travel, I have a lot of traveler clients, and I also have a lot of flight attendants. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Perfect for you. Absolutely perfect. And I'm not done yet, ladies. I have something else I'm going to offer for you. If you purchase by Friday, I'm throwing in a boot camp. Okay, it's a 4-week boot camp. And you are going to learn a topic that I get asked all the time: self-discipline. probably 5 times a day, someone's messaging like, how are you so self-disciplined? What are you doing? How are you I wish I could be self-disciplined like you. Listen, I didn't come out of the womb like this, okay? I've had to learn how to develop and grow it. And I feel like I have a formula. I have 4 steps that I feel like self-discipline is basically created with, okay? And I'm going to teach it to you. So with any of the packages that I just talked about, the basics or the the basics or the recommended of the 2B Mindset and the 80-day program, you're going to get a live coaching call per week for 4 weeks to talk about the boot camp, and then the recording of each call that I do. This is $100, okay? This boot camp, I have actually sold this for $100 and done it for somebody for $100. And I'm giving it to you for free, y'all, because I love you that much. I want this for you. I want this for everybody. It has changed my husband's life. It has changed my life, my parents, hundreds of clients. I can't even talk about it, how much it has changed the way I think about everything. And when I look at people like Mary Alice and Alex who have just lost so much weight and felt so hopeless, like they felt like their thyroid disease was taking over them and there was nothing that they could do. And here they are. I could cry. They are living fully. Alex was able to go and get married and put on her bikini on her honeymoon and freaking rock it and feel so good. She did not want to go shopping for her wedding dress because she was so embarrassed. And now here she is, like on her honeymoon, I think currently just working that bathing suit like no other. And that is like what I want for people more than anything. I know I got a lot of questions, but I'm going to go ahead and do some FAQs because I want to answer it before I get it right here. So will this be too difficult or time consuming? The one question that I get asked all the time, okay? It takes a little time commitment to figure it out. It does. But once you figure it out, like it's figured out. It's amazing. So the way I like to think about it is like a baby. So like when a baby's on a schedule, they're happier. They know what's coming next. They feel really good. They know they're always going to have food at a certain time, get plenty of rest. And their life is easier. And your life is easier as a mom, right? As an aunt, my life is easier with a baby on a schedule. So here's an example really quick. She said that she was putting off the program because she thought it was too hard, but it has actually made her life a lot easier, which is the truth. This is Stephanie. She said that when she talked to me at My Life, which is a church camp for high school students, I told her, I was like, this meal plan is everything. And I was going to keep it up. I told her that in like February. She's like, girl, I did not believe you, just being honest. Or really, maybe I didn't believe that I could do it in my stage of life. She's 3 little kids. I think her oldest is in kindergarten. But girl, let me tell you, it has been a game changer and I'm only 1 week in. I'm loving it. So even in 1 week, she has realized like, whoa, this actually is really easy and amazing. So you might be sitting here and you're like, okay, Macy, I love my workout plan. I work out 6 times a week. I crush it in the gym, but I really want to dial it in and do the 80-day obsession meal plan. So can I do my own workouts with the 80-day obsession meal plan? I think you can. Some people are like, no, you need to do the workouts. I don't really care what workout you do. I care that you are exercising. What I really care about is that you're drinking Shakeology and that you're eating some type of way, whether it's the mindset or the 80-day obsession program. So what that would look like. So for example, let's say you do Orange Theory 3 times a week, okay? On Monday, I would say do Orange Theory. On Tuesday, I would say do 80-day obsession day 1. On Wednesday, I would say do your Orange Theory. Then on Thursday, I would say do 80-day obsession day 2, if that makes sense. So it would just like extend longer, which honestly is a blessing because we all were depressed when it was over. Can I use supplements with the 2B Mindset plan? So maybe you're sitting here and you're like, wait, I work out, I want to do 2B Mindset, but I want the pre-workout and I want the post-workout. Absolutely. You totally can. Is it more important to work out or to eat the right food? Hopefully you know this answer. Girl, it's the food. Like I said, I don't care what workout you do. I care that you do what you love and what's easy for you to do. The food, like if you were trying to decide, like, do I put energy, like my mental energy in my exercise or my self-discipline in food? I'm going to say self-discipline in food 100%. What if I want to do both? Which one do I do first? And you should do both. They're both incredible in totally different ways. And it just really depends on the season of life that you're in. I think it's probably better to start with a 2B mindset and then move on to 80-day obsession, because my 2B mindset gives you like the general thoughts of how to eat, and then 80-day obsession really zeroes in. However, I've flip-flopped it and I'm just fine, girls. I'm just fine. So just to recap really quick, the basic for 80-day program is 180. My recommended is 240. The 2B basic kit is on sale for 160, and then the deluxe kit, which includes Beachbody On Demand to have as an option, is $200. So what's next? I'm going to answer some questions that I see popping up right here. If you're hesitant and have questions and you're confused about something, email me, okay? That's what I'm here for. All I do is email people talking about some options for them that will work best. If you want in, I want you to email me, and I want you to say, let's go. I'm just kidding. That's so intense. And just say, hey, this is what I want to do. This, let's just talk. Okay, that's the point. So just email me. It's really important that I can have my hands on all of you. It's been really fun. I've emailed so many of you, and I've seen all your names popped up. So it's fun for me to see that. We are going to start. You need to sign up by Friday, okay? If you want the boot camp, if you want to in on that, you need to sign up by Friday, and you need to sign up on Friday so we can start on Monday, the 4th of June, so that we can make sure all your materials are in. We can do a practice week. I can prep you all really well, but we need to get on it, okay? So, yeah. Let me get to these questions right here. There are 40 right now, so. Oh gosh. Okay. What if your body doesn't handle dairy well? There is a vegan Shakeology, and there's also a vegan meal plan. Does it have protein? Do you still take a daily vitamin? No, I do not take a daily vitamin. It replaces it all together. In fact, I've had a lot of pregnant people go to their doctor and show it to them, and they're like, this is everything that's in a prenatal vitamin except for folic acid or whatever that is that you take for a baby. But basically it's like a prenatal vitamin, which they say you should take all the time for your hair, skin, and nails and all of that. So yeah, that is the only thing. I don't do probiotics, prebiotics, that is my one thing. So is Shakeology a meal replacement? It is a meal replacement. However, right now I'm currently using it as a snack just because I'm working out and I'm hungry and I need a snack. Most people that do 2B Mindset have it in the morning for breakfast. And then for 80-day program, remember you have 5 meals. So it is considered a meal, but it's 5. You have 5 meals. It comes out to being about $4 a shake. And I'm like, okay, Chick-fil-A salad's $12. So it makes sense, right? It tastes really good. Yeah, it tastes really good. How's the plan determined? Do you take a quiz? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. You can choose the plan that you want to be on. When it comes to the meal plan for 80-day program, it's a formula. So depending on your goals, you plug in your weights, do a couple of formulas. I'll help make sure that it's accurate, and then it determines the calorie intake, which then determines your plan. How do you check in with your clients? Is it just by posting? Yep, it's kind of by posting and just staying on my Instagram, watching my Instagram. I post in there to check in on you. You can email me. You have access to me. So you can, if you're not a client and you're asking me questions, I say, hey, I'm so sorry. I need you to be a client. I'm here for you. I'm definitely not a babysitter. I really believe that you have to, I think people sign up with Macy McNeely and assume it's all going to just happen for them. And that's definitely not the case. It takes work and it takes discipline. It takes consistency. I'm here to walk you through all that. I'm here to help you with some mindset and some personal development. But at the same time, I can't make you do anything, right? You have to follow through, but I'm going to be here to walk with you through the whole step. Yeah. Vegan Shakeology flavors. Awesome. Mary Alice is the one that I talked about. She's answering some questions for me. Yes. So if you travel, Katie says it's possible to stay on track with this if you travel a lot. I think yes. I have lots of people that have traveled doing 80-day. It will be super easy to do it on 2B Mindset, but it is totally possible to do. I've traveled and done it, and it's totally. I went on a bachelorette party for a whole weekend in Nashville, and I did it for the most part. Oh, she answered that. Yep, you just have to take a look at menus beforehand for sure. So the mindset, it's not a meal plan. It is, she said, does the mindset plan come with meal plans? It's not a meal plan. There are different like sayings, right? So she says like water first, like drink water before you eat, veggies most, fill your plate with vegetables. So as you're eating, you're like, okay, water first, drink your water. Okay, veggies most. Okay, here's my protein. And it kind of shows you the plate from a bird's eye view of how it should look. And so as you eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're kind of looking at your plate and it shows it on this tracker. Like, I don't know if you can see like what your plate should look like. So you can kind of come back and be like, okay, this is what I need. This is how I do it. If that makes sense. Will we have access to work out for a whole year? Yes, annual all access. Do you offer modifications if we already have Beachbody on demand? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I can walk you through some more options of Beachbody on demand, like modifications as in like a different workout. You might need to clarify that, Lena. In the 80-day program, are the pre and post workout and Shakeology included for the 80 days? So it's included for the first 30 days. There is an option, which this is the one I did. It's like $450, I think, where you get Shakeology for 30 days, but then you get the pre and post workout for the rest of 80 days. It definitely makes the most sense financially. I know that that's a lot of money to put out up front, but I was so committed. There was no way I was not doing it. And so I just went for it and bought it. That can be an option for you if you would like it. Also, the pre and post workout, I would suggest trying them for 30 days. If you don't like them, they're not required. Shakeology is required. Potential side effects of Shakeology. I'm really sensitive to anything that could cause anxiety/amp you up. So for Shakeology, the first couple of weeks, you might be a little bloated and might have a little gas because there's just a lot of fiber and nutrients that you may be not used to, but you eventually level out. But I think that's really the only like side effect other than feeling amazing. That's the shake Callie always talks about, if you guys don't know that. Can you just purchase Beachbody on demand to start? You can, but you totally can. Just email me. I think that the best value, to purchase Beachbody on demand by itself is kind of pricey. Like it just makes more sense to do a program and the Beachbody on demand is kind of added in there. And you're just going to get such a better experience if you just do the whole program. No side effects from Shakeology. Didn't feel jittery. Yes, there's vegan options for a meal plan. Are there any rest days, 80-day obsession? So there's a rest day on Sunday. I use it as an active rest day. So like walking, stretching, all of that. Let's talk about booze. Pools just opened up. Am I going to have to put a LaCroix in a koozie or can I keep it real? That's hilarious. So for 2B Mindset, you can totally have drinks. Remember, 80-day program, it's like no drinks or like no cheats, but also you can take it as seriously as you want. Your results are definitely going to be the best if you don't cheat on the 80-day program. But like, if you want to drink by the pool, I think it's fine. I don't know. It's up to you. Is there an option for those of us that are signed up with you for 80-day obsession? Do we still pay the full price for 2B Mindset? So unfortunately, Brandy, she sent that to me privately. I hope that's okay. I can talk about it. It's like a totally different program. So you would purchase the one without Shakeology and you would just purchase the one with like the videos and the training and to get all the tracker and all of that. I would suggest finishing 80-day obsession though. That if you can finish that, you can freaking conquer anything. Seriously, it is amazing. For the 80-day program with the policy on wine, same thing I just said. How much does Shakeology cost every month once you use it up for the program? I like like to stay consistent with it. Yeah, so it's $120. There is a discount, like a coach discount, and we can totally talk about that. It's like 25%, which it makes sense to sign up as a coach to have the 25% off of Shakeology. People are super shocked by that price, but I just want you to remember it's $4 a shake, and it's a meal replacement. And you're planning out your meals. You're not going to have an excess of groceries. Maybe you can look at your schedule in your life and be like, hey, what can I cut out a little bit here and there to work it in? I think it is so valuable and, like I said, foundational truly to this program, and it's incredible. With Shakeology, I mix with a ton of different things. So I love the cafe latte and the chocolate vegan, both vegan, and I switch out back and forth. So for cafe latte, I've been doing half of a frozen banana, spinach, and almond milk. And then for my chocolate, I like to do frozen cherries. So good. What program would you recommend for someone that is 100 plus pounds overweight? Definitely the 2B mindset, Jennifer. And then we will kind of start to work workouts in after you drop a little bit of weight and you're a little bit more comfortable. How long does the bag last you? It lasts me 30 days, and I always have a backup on hand. I can't live without it. Awesome questions. Okay, cool. So, will you be sending a breakdown of what each plan offers outside of this call? Yes, girl. I'm going to send all of that tomorrow. So I have, oh, you're welcome, Dawn. She said I have to go, but I'll send my email shortly. Thank you so very much. So I'm going to send the recording of this call, and I'm also going to send a breakdown of everything tomorrow because it's way past my bedtime. But I really loved doing this. It was so fun. I love that I could just sit here and kind of share my heart and my passion, because that is definitely what I am super passionate about. All of this. Again, email me. I'm hoping to wake up with lots of emails so that I can just chat with all of you. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. Just what I needed. I'm so glad. Yay, yay, yay. All right, I'll see y'all in my inbox. Bye, guys.